Today I'm putting Seedance 2.5 head-to-head against real film production to see if AI can finally beat the real thing. I'm recreating the kinds of shots that normally take a full crew and a serious budget, and we'll see if Seedance 2.5 can match them. And since this model is very expensive to run, this video also answers the big question: is Seedance 2.5 actually worth the price, or is it still just a cool experiment? Alright, so guys, today we are going to be using Seedance 2.5 inside of Higgsfield AI. To do that, we are just going to click on this video section right here, and from here, just click on the Seedance 2.5 model. Now, one really important thing to note here is that they have done a huge update for this model, and now it can basically generate videos in a much higher quality. Previously, Seedance 2.5 could only generate videos up to 720p, but it can now generate videos up to 1080p, which is basically full HD. And as you know, when we generate videos in a high quality setting like HD, the footage becomes a lot more realistic compared to lower quality generation. Also, Seedance 2.5 HD is a Higgsfield exclusive until Monday. Nowhere else has it yet. The catch here though is that it is quite a bit more expensive than generating in a lower quality like 720p. So this video is going to cost me a lot of credits, but if you're a new user, Higgsfield is giving you 5 completely free generations of Seedance 2.5 in HD until Tuesday. There is one caveat though: you do need to link a credit card to claim them. Anyway, the first video that we are going to be recreating today is this specific drone shot of a volcano, and as you can see, it is hyper realistic and very cinematic looking. Overall, I think the aesthetics of this footage are amazing, and we are going to try to recreate it with Seedance 2.5 because these are exactly the types of high quality shots used in movies and actual studio quality films. Plus, the complex volcanic eruptions bubbling inside the volcano here would likely be very hard for the Seedance 2.5 model to accurately recreate. So let's see how well Seedance 2.5 performs here. Inside of Higgsfield, I am just going to upload the first frame of our cinematic volcano shot directly into Seedance 2.5. Uploading that initial frame of our original video is going to help the model a lot in terms of its ability to flawlessly recreate the exact shot that we want. So I'm just going to drop that in, and then I am also going to paste in a highly specific prompt. This prompt is basically going to give Seedance 2.5 all the information that it needs to recreate this video, from camera angle and framing to lighting, atmosphere, and much more. Also, another quick thing that I need to do before generating our video is to change the duration. I need to bring it down from 14 seconds to exactly 5 seconds, because that was the true length of our original clip. So I'm just going to click on generate right here. And also thanks Higgsfield AI for sponsoring this video. Alright, the model has finished generating from our prompt, so let's see it. As you can see, this video was a really nice recreation of our cinematic shot. I especially liked how realistic the movement of the lava was inside of the volcano. The way it bubbled up and flowed was incredibly realistic and very natural. Seedance 2.5 was able to capture the cinematic vibe beautifully. Obviously, it wasn't able to recreate every single frame exactly like the original, but still, if we are strictly talking about quality, this is absolutely on the same level as our realistic footage. Now, you might be wondering how I am able to accurately give the model these highly specific prompts to recreate these shots. Basically, my workflow here and the exact method that I use to write this curated prompt to recreate my video is that I have a chat going on with Google's new Gemini 3.7 Flash model. I use this because this model is very fast and very intelligent at the same time. Plus, this model also has absolutely insane capabilities in terms of AI vision. I basically told the model that I want it to search the internet, find out exactly how to write good prompts for Seedance 2.5, and then write a really good prompt for me to use. For this specific project that we are working on, I told it that I'm going to give it a reference video, and it just needs to write the exact Seedance 2.5 prompt to recreate that video, scene by scene. I also told the model that I'm going to be uploading the first frame of the original video directly into Seedance 2.5 so that we can recreate it perfectly. It thought for a while, and it actually created a custom system as to how it's going to be able to write the best prompts. Then I just uploaded my video, and it generated the entire prompt for me. This is so much better than manual guesswork, and it is also going to be much more refined in terms of its prompt structure. That way, we don't run into any kind of problems moving forward when recreating the rest of the videos here. You can easily use this exact same method to do your own tests with Seedance 2.5 if you'd like. Moving on, the next test that I wanted to run with Seedance 2.5 was to see whether it would be able to recreate this specific fight scene here. As you can see, this is a very high movement fight sequence with a lot of action between these two characters. The lighting here is deeply cinematic, and overall there is just a massive amount of action going on in the frame. Let's see whether the Seedance 2.5 model will be able to keep up and recreate it. So once again, inside of Higgsfield, I am just going to upload the first frame of the whole video here. The duration of the original clip is around 10 seconds, so I'm going to choose the generation duration of 10 seconds to match. Then I'll hop over to my Gemini chat, copy the custom prompt it generated for this scene, paste it directly inside of Seedance 2.5, and hit generate. Alright, so here's the fight scene that the model has generated. Let's watch it. Overall, the first few seconds of the fight scene were actually pretty great, but the main problem was the close-up shot of the two characters fighting. It is just not exactly as cinematic as I had hoped for. While the overall sequence was still somewhat impressive, I would absolutely not say it matched or surpassed the quality of the real human-made fight scene that I just showed you. Ultimately, the action here is a bit underwhelming. Most of the time, it looks more like these guys are awkwardly trying to wrestle instead of actually throwing punches, so I have to admit this one is a bit of a letdown from Seedance 2.5. But don't worry, we are going to give Seedance 2.5 another chance to redeem itself by having it recreate this specific fight scene between two medieval warriors. As you can see, these warriors are intensely fighting here. This is a heavily choreographed, highly cinematic battle scene, but let's see whether Seedance 2.5 can handle swords better than fists. Just like before, I am going to give the model the first frame of the two guys fighting, feed it our Gemini prompt to recreate the sequence, and let's see what kind of battle this model manages to generate. Okay, the new scene is ready. Let's check it out. Wow, I think this fight scene is actually significantly better than the first one I showed you. There is just so much more dynamic movement here. Surprisingly, Seedance 2.5 also added some really fantastic sound design to the video, which wasn't even present in our original clip. Right out of the gate, its audio generation capabilities are super impressive. The model nailed the complex action, and the swinging motion of the swords looks incredibly realistic. Honestly, for this specific generation, I think Seedance 2.5 actually surpassed our reference video. Moving right along, here's the next video that we are going to try to recreate with Seedance 2.5. This is just a natural nature shot of a few bees gathering nectar from a flower, preparing to go make honey in their beehives. We are going to try to recreate this exact footage, because this is a highly detailed macro shot of the bees. I think this is going to be exceptionally hard for Seedance 2.5 to generate. There are hundreds of tiny micro movements from the bees that the AI needs to get exactly right for the footage to look natural. Plus, we're challenging it with the liquid motion of the flower's nectar, so I am just going to run this through Higgsfield using the exact same process and see what happens. Alright, the video's done generating. Let's take a look. As you can hear, the model added a bunch of sound effects, and it actually captured the liquid motion of the nectar perfectly, but that's where the praise ends. It completely failed to capture the intricate body movements of the bees. The way their legs and wings move just doesn't match the realism of the original footage. I think that specific limitation is one of the major weak points for Seedance 2.5 right now. Also, the buzzing sound effect it added is kind of ridiculous because the bees aren't even visibly moving their wings fast enough to justify that loud of a sound. Ultimately, for this specific macro shot, the AI couldn't quite deliver the level of realism we expected, primarily because it struggled with the subtle micro movements. But we aren't giving up on bugs just yet. We're going to give Seedance 2.5 one more chance at creating natural macro zoom footage of insects. This time I have a video of a line of ants carrying leaves to build their nest. As you can see, it is a trail of ants carrying green leaves on their backs. What makes this clip incredibly difficult for an AI to recreate is the sheer number of moving parts. There are dozens of ants, each carrying an individual leaf, which introduces a massive amount of complex elements that need to interact perfectly for the shot to feel natural. On top of that, there's a shallow depth of field with background blur. Let's see how well the model handles it. Once again, I'm just going to upload the first frame of the video, paste in our custom Gemini prompt, and adjust the duration to match the original clip, which was 15 seconds. Let's hit generate and see what kind of video we get. Okay, the video is ready. Right off the bat, the most obvious mistake Seedance 2.5 made is the direction of the antline. In our original video, they were moving from left to right, but the AI reversed it. Now they're moving right to left. Despite that error, everything else looks pretty good, and at first glance, you won't be able to tell that this is an AI-generated video. In conclusion, I have to say that Seedance 2.5 can absolutely match and even surpass a human-made video in a few cases. That was about it for the video, and please don't forget to check out Higgsfield from the link in the description.